All right, this is part 2 of the TestNav tools. We just finished using a fraction, completing our fraction for our answer, and you will see there is 10 pieces of pie and 3 are filled in because that's the answer of 9/10, the difference between 9/10 and 3/5. Moving along, I'm going to keep on going using the next button. I can use the review in the bookmark tools. Up at the top, my review will show me which questions I did not answer that I skipped. I only answered 3, 6, and 7. Bookmarks are for a question that you're not sure of. If you want to bookmark it and come back, it would show you a bookmark. So if I was to bookmark this question, there's my bookmark saying I need to come back to it, okay? All right, and the top right, you'll have your battery percentage. That's how much battery levels on your computer. So let's click Next and submit this part of the test, even though we didn't complete it because we're just using the practice tools today. The next questions section is going to have 24 questions. Click Start. And again, we're going to skip through these and use the tools. Number 2, I'd like for you to practice dragging the answers over to the correct place value position. So I know that 5 is always the ones, so I would go ahead and drag my ones to 5. 4 is always going to be in the 10, so the ones I know first are the ones Ms. Heichman's strategy to do. Complete first. 6 is always going to be the hundreds, and so on. And then that would eliminate that the THS. Then that leaves me with only 2 to 3 to choose from, okay? All right, and that will make sure that I didn't accidentally mix that hundreds with this hundreds. All right, let's move on to the next question. And we'll keep skipping the same or drag. I'd like for you to go to question 5, and we will practice using the handy dandy calculator. When you click on the calculator, which is at the top, you'll notice that it will cover up part of your text. So I'd like for you to practice moving the tool over out of the way so you can see your entire text. The next function I'd like you to practice with is the answer key, which is the blue enter key. You also see the word ANS for answer. That's looking for the previous answer. So let's avoid that button at all costs during this SOL, okay? We'll use that when you get older in algebra math. So today we're just going to focus on the blue enter button. So you can use the keys on your keyboard or you can punch it in. I hit 5 plus 5 and I'm going to use the blue enter button. So go ahead and try 5 plus 5, enter, and you should get 10. Now if I used 5 plus 5 and I used the answer key, you'll notice it multiplied my previous answer. And I know 5 plus 5 is not 55. Therefore, that's why I would encourage you to practice using this tool and use your blue enter button only, okay? All right, so practice with the calculator. Make sure you can use all the buttons. With this problem, I would use the highlighter tool as well if I can. It's not allowing it for some reason. And I would highlight what I need to solve this problem, okay? Next problem, you can practice with number 6 using your calculator because it's available. Move it out of the way. And I would multiply using my multiplication key, which is the X, times 36. And then again, I want to use the blue arrow enter button. And there's my answer. D, you have to click the answer. You can't just use the calculator. It's got to be clicked. All right. I'm going to skip on down to practice with the ruler, even though you don't see a ruler here. You have 2 rulers up at the top on question 11. You don't need a ruler, but what I'm going to show you is this is inches. Okay. And if I was to measure this box, I would put the 0 right at the edge of the box and say this box is 3.5 inches. You can turn your rulers, but you need to make sure you're using the correct ruler. One is centimeters, and the next one is your inches ruler, okay? And you can turn. So if you want to practice using these, you might see these on your SOL as well. This was part 2. Thank you for joining us.